These famous power rankings. Go for it, please.
Speaking of sexy, all right, here we go. Back by popular demand. You know it, you love it. My power rankings. The top 10 teams in this World Cup tournament as of today. And again, a reminder, these are my power rankings. You want some power rankings? Go get your own power rankings, all right? These are mine. They are a work in progress throughout the tournament. I might get up and say, wow, this team is really turning me on. Or I might get up and say, well, this team is not turning me on here. U.S., by the way, they turned everybody on last night. So you can see right there, coming in at number 9, the good old U.S. of A. Up top, Thierry, you're France, all right? Shouldn't be necessarily a surprise. But keep in mind, just as you go up, you can go down as the tournament goes along. Gentlemen, you saw my rankings there. And again, they will change as we go along. I see you shaking your head a little bit. Are you okay with what you saw there?
I didn't see my name in that list.
Oh, of course.
Come on,
it would be Zlatan and then the other 10 teams.
Exactly. Thank you.
United States in 9th?
Yes.
Okay. Were you tempted to go higher?
They're coming off a historic win.
Well, could they be higher?
Sweden.
Where do you have Portugal?
Sweden?
Oh, no.
Come on. Hold on. Well, they're going to have to do something very, very special to get into the
Where
top
do you
10.
have Portugal?
Let's see. I got Portugal coming in at number 5.
Do you see the reaction of Zlatan with Aisha Speed? And now I gave the look. I gave the look to Aisha Speed not because of Ronaldo. I gave the look to Aisha Speed because I think France will
I kicked
win.
him out of the studio. What do you say?
But Portugal is 5th. What do you...
Yeah.
Okay, more on the power rankings.
Hey,
Of
look,
course,
I
the
put
next
England
5 or
at
6
4.
weeks. Guys, continue the conversation just over there.
Can we?
Both Brazil and Morocco, please, with a chance to impress Alexi today at New York, New Jersey Stadium. Let's check in with the pair that will call the match for us here on Fox today. It's John Strong and Stu Holden.
Rob, it is loud down here on the field. It's hot down here on the field. It's going to help when the sun sets behind the stands. And let's talk about Morocco here for a minute. This is a team that was the hunters of the last World Cup. They are the hunted now. They are expected by their fans to, yes, even beat Brazil. How do they do that? How do they handle this new level of pressure?
Well, they're not going to catch anybody by surprise, as we know, because we've been talking so much about how good this Moroccan team is. The interesting part of that as well is they've gone from this defensive, hard-to-break-down team that doesn't concede goals into now a team that wants to play with the ball. Well, good luck playing with the ball against Brazil, who also want to have the ball and can play very dynamic. I think, as we've seen in a lot of these games early in the tournament, it's the team that really asserts their dominance early in the match. This Moroccan team has belief, they have confidence, but also they have a lot of talent within the game. And I think if they can keep the ball against this Brazilian team and be effective with the ball, that's going to wear down a Brazilian team that's also looking to try to figure out what version of themselves they are going to be within this tournament.
And for more on the Brazilian story here in New Jersey, we welcome the newest member of our Fox Sports family, Natalie Jedra.
Thank you, John. We've been with the Brazilian camp in the past few days, and we can really sense a positivity amongst the players, even though they did have kind of a rocky road to 2026, but that's all in the past. And the main reason for it is called Carlo Ancelotti. The players really have responded well to him. Alisson even mentioned Brazilian's goalkeeper, said that he completely transformed the environment since he arrived. And the main thing that Brazil is trying to get across their fans is trying to encourage them to believe again. We see banners everywhere that says bate no peito, which means pat on the chest. Alisson himself, he told me that he chose to learn from the disappointments from the past and move forward. Now over to you, Rob.
All right, Natalie, thank you. Speaking of Alisson, he said recently about Ancelotti, quote, perhaps he has more pressure than being the president of the country. Okay, yeah, soccer's a big deal in Brazil. We know that. Clarence, you played for Ancelotti in your prime at AC Milan. Why is he successful everywhere he goes?
Well, I think that he understood his qualities. I mean, when you start winning and he's a very humble person, you analyze, the things that went well. He also knew he just had to be himself. So him being very authentic, have this very much human approach to managing his players, adaptability, because one thing is winning in Italy as an Italian, but then he started to move around. He went to Chelsea, he went to Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain in the middle, Bayern. The man is talking different languages now, which was impossible to think about when he didn't even say hi in English at that point. So, I mean, he has, I think, embraced his main quality, which is really to understand the people, the person behind the player, and give them their space, make sure they feel comfortable to really get the maximum out of them.
Let's talk about his team. Where is the strength of this Brazil outfit?
Well, I would say the spine of the team is very, very strong. It's got there's a Premier League look at that. You got obviously Alisson in goal. You got Gabriel there. You got Casemiro. You got Bruno Guimaraes, Lucas Paqueta. That's strong, physical. This is the guys in the studios talk about. They don't have those players anymore. No one has those players anymore. That's not what football looks like these days. But they've got enough of, for me, enough of special talent in players like Vini Jr., Rafinha, for instance, to do that little extra unexpected thing that in these tight games gives you a chance, an opportunity to score or even score a goal. So I would say the strength up through the spine is very, very strong. And there's a lot of physicality there, but there's also incredible amount of flair around this team. And that's what you need these days.
Yeah, I mean, you said it well. I think up front, Brazil always has amazing players. Even though we don't have the R9 anymore and the Ronaldinhos and the Rivaldos, we still have Rafinha, we still have Vinicius Juniors, who are at the top of the list when it comes to the best players in the world. So they still have enough magic on the pitch to make some magic happen today.
And a guy like Marquinhos with the captain's armband is going to be vital for them as well.
100%. He's a real leader. I mean, his season has been amazing. I think he stood out in this season more than last season when they won the Champions League. He was really up there with the best of the world, and now with more experience. So, and this is a guy who can say, hey, Vinny, you need to come back, my friend.
Clarence, good segment. Well done. Looking at the collection of fans behind us, about 75-25 in favor of Brazil. Let's go down on the field. How about this collection of talent? Neymar, who's unavailable tonight due to a calf injury. That's Travis Scott. And eventually, there he is, Tom Brady in the house for this one. And what a weekend to be a sports fan here in New York. Knicks in Game 5 of the NBA Finals later. But first, the most anticipated group stage game of the summer. Our players to watch next.
Irresistible chocolate, wafer, hazelnut. Yes, bueno.
Go all in and you could win $1 million.
The original. The first. A light beer brewed to taste like beer. There's nothing like it. Legendary taste, only 96 calories. It's Miller time.
¿Así? Sin balón ahora.
Collect one of 9 legendary cups with the FIFA World Cup meal.
You can watch life from the sidelines, or you can live it.
Friday on Fox.
It's the United States on the ball!
After their dominant win in LA, Pulisic and the U.S. take on Australia. Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
FIFA World Cup 2026 Pre-Kick is presented by Adidas.
It's not the games, it's the people.
Spain scores! Brazil really all partying now. Goal! Perfecto! Brazil go into the World Cup final to face Italy. Big chance and save. Well, that was so close.
Imagine the pressure. Italy one ahead. Baggio, the saviour of Italy. He's missed it! And Brazil win the World Cup!
Check out these scenes. Brazil hoping to once again end a 24-year World Cup drought in the United States. Today's showdown with Morocco, attracting fans to, guess where? Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro. For our players to watch, sponsored by Adidas. And we could have picked almost anybody, certainly Alexi on the side of Brazil. Actually, Zlatan, we're going to start with you. I'm sorry, I forgot. Players to watch, we always start with... Sorry, yeah, I know.
Change the rules here. Zlatan always starts.
Who are you going with, Zlatan?
I know Thierry admires players that does the hard work without the ball. Yes. And Rafinha is a player to watch because he does the dirty work, and we know all the big players, they have tendency to do less work without the ball. And not only that, he's a player also that is very direct. He scored a lot of goals. He had a great season with Barcelona, and probably when he doesn't play with Barcelona, he's a different team. And when he plays, he's a more stronger team. And I assume he will do the same work for Brazil. So a player to watch.
Okay, Lex.
You ready?
I'm ready now.
Yeah, Vinicius Jr., Vinny Jr., this is undoubtedly a player to watch for Brazil. And if there is sexy, he certainly has the sexy going on. This is a player, and two guys to my right know this, when you are a big star, the expectation is when you get the ball, people sit out of their seat because you could do something magical. He's going to set up out there on that left-hand side, take players on, draw players. In doing so, he'll create chances for himself, create chances for others. But yeah, he is worth the price of admission.
Are you going for Thierry?
Brahim Diaz. We have to talk about the Moroccan, obviously. I just want to see how he's going to react from what happened at the African Cup of Nations. Although it was very important for Morocco. We all know what happened. They're champion at the end, at the moment, because there was a second appeal. But you remember the penalty, how he had to go back to Real Madrid and put his head up. I just want to see if he's going to, again, be that guy for Morocco at the World Cup.
What's your gut instinct about this game?
I do think that Brazil will edge it.
Zlatan, real quick.
I mean, Morocco won the African Nation Cup without winning the final. There might be a quality here also. I don't know. But I have Brazil winning.
Yeah, Brazil announces their presence or their return with authority, and off we go.
They're going to bring this samba to the stadium.
Let's hope for some samba. Brazil beat Morocco 3-0 in the 1998 group stage. Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Bebeto, the goal scorers that day. Brazil finished runners-up to Thierry Henry's France at that World Cup.
Thierry, show me those samba moves.
Today, Brazil and Morocco meet in one of the marquee fixtures of the group stage, with the winner making a major statement about their title credentials. If Thierry does do the samba, that's at half-time.
Why me? What about you? Alexis.
Oh, no.
Thierry or Rebecca, who got the samba moves? Come on. Show them a little bit. Let's go.
This isn't the best seat in the house. This is. Because sometimes the best seat isn't even a seat at all. It can be anywhere, at any time, but not with just anyone. It's the only seat where you can watch your neighbor Manuel cry for the very first time, and where your passion is amplified by the sound of your people. It's a seat that any beer would love to have, but only the cerveza for football can. Modelo, the cerveza for football.
Should be a very interesting match. Players are set to take the field, and the United States are fired up. Is there a touch? Penalty. That is a massive decision.
The FIFA World Cup is back, America, so jump on the bandwagon. David Beckham, hop on the bandwagon.
Do I look like a bandwagon fan?
Do you fancy salt and Vinny?
Why are you talking like that?
Come on, jump in. We can drive on the left side of the road.
Same-day delivery for free. For real. Members get more at Lowe's.
My chewy dual flavors drip with sourness. Hey, twin.
Truly, eat me!
this game.
What's your take?
I think the U.S. is going to take it all this summer. I mean, that's just what I believe. And I know what you're thinking. You're insane. You're thinking they're young. The odds are stacked against them. But come on, man, we're from Philly. We've been believing in the impossible for 250 years. How do we do it? What gets us out of bed every morning to prove the world wrong? It must be the coffee.
How much weight should we put into history? While some things are best left in the past, others you can't help but remember.
And Brazil are the world champions. An extending 5th title.
The tales and stories, too good to be true.
Morocco makes an exceptional run for Morocco.
First time there will be an
African team in the semi-finals.
While some things are best that didn't seem possible, others you can't help but remember.
Drowning in a sea of heartbreak.
Tears through lessons and lost stories, and through inspiration of success.
Tears all around.
History is heavy. It lingers. It molds expectations for today.
These two nations came here to win.
Moroccan magic and Brazilian revival. The first step in a journey they'll want to remember. Inspiration of success. History is heavy. It lingers.
We're approaching kickoff at New York, New Jersey Stadium. Brazil and Morocco about to meet in a Group C showdown. Let's take some live images from the tunnel then. Not yet quite from the tunnel, but it's a beautiful scene, Lex, and you're a fan of this venue.
Oh, I mean, this brings back memories. Obviously, not this particular stadium, but this location in 1994 and what it has meant to soccer and the community of soccer. Historic games, incredible fan base. Obviously, we're talking about Morocco, Brazil here, but the soccer knowledge and the soccer faithful in this area, they're out today. Look at this particular stadium, but this is wonderful. This is 1994.
Flat out for many people.
I mean, this is magic. This is full stadium, probably more Brazilian fans than Moroccan fans, and they have the support they need. Let's just see if they can bring those samba moves on the pitch also and make the people in the stadium dance. I mean, this is
Thierry.
As you can see, Brazil are playing at home. Obviously, as soon as I said that, they show the side of Morocco. But it's full of Brazilian. We all know in the area. You have a lot of Brazilian New Jersey and New York. The big man is in the building. As we all know, obviously, the play is going to be. As you can see, that's how he works, just like you. He bounces. You know, he has that aura.
He's an OG, yeah.
He has that aura. And then the big man exactly walking into the building. I mean, the place is going to be.
Does he have his chewing gum with him or no?
The big man is in the building. Look at him. It's all business. He didn't raise the eyebrow yet.
When he has it,
that's when he has
his eyebrow, then he talks serious. Then he's serious. Trust me.
Oh, that's it. He put it back down.
Carlo Ancelotti never taken charge of a national team until now. So successful. Most number of Champions League titles as a club manager, but this will be the first time at the World Cup that he's ever managed a country.
I mean, while we're talking about the stadium, Neymar, Ancelotti, I actually look forward to see how the teams are going to play. Is Brazil going to be on the ball? Morocco going to play on the counter? I know Morocco likes to have the ball also and play some champagne football stuff sometimes, but we all know about Brazil. How they're going to stop the counter? Who's going to be detecting the game? You know,
it's different that year.
Yeah, it's a one we are used to. Yeah, it's a new era. Is Brazil going to be
New
on the
era,
Morocco going to
new yellow.
How
do you think this game's going to look like?
As we said, I think if you had to pick a winner, you pick Brazil. But this is still a very good Morocco team. You know, the environment. This is the start of what both of these teams hope is a long trip through this World Cup. But that yellow team right there, if they are able to start off this tournament beating a team like Morocco right off the bat, then, like we said, they announce their presence, and everybody starts taking notice of this team. And you know, all the talk about the lack of individual creativity and sexiness, if you will, that starts to go away. Yeah, we're reminded that when they won back in 1994, it was a wonderful team. It wasn't necessarily the sexiest Brazilian team out there. So they do have to have some pragmatism, regardless of who it is.
Yeah, reminder that when it was back here in 1994, Brazil were the winners. Let's go out to Clarence Seedorf, Peter Schmeichel, Rob Stone for some final thoughts.
Sexiness, if you will.
Rebecca, thank you. Quarterfinal exit back in 2022. Despite big billing for Brazil, you see their national team in the tunnel right there. A bit of a delayed entrance, which is very New York, very Broadway, right? Keep the crowd waiting and energized. You see all the canary yellow behind us, and now you see these two nations in the tunnel. Brazil ranked number 6 in the world, Morocco number 7. I know a majority of the pregame show, Clarence, has been talking about Brazil. Let's not sleep there. Let's hold the pause button here. Let's hear this reaction as Brazil make the way out to the field of Canary here in New York, New Jersey. Now you see these two nations in the tunnel. Brazil ranked number 6 in the world, Morocco number 7. I know the majority of the pregame show, Clarence, has been talking about Brazil. Let's not sleep there. Let's hold the pause button here. Let's hear this reaction as Brazil make the way out to the field of Canary here in New York, New Jersey. Now you see these two nations in the tunnel. Brazil ranked number 6 in the world, Morocco number 7. I know the majority of the pregame show, Clarence, has been talking about Brazil. Let's not sleep there. By the way, for me, this is the best addition to the World Cup. Alan Parsons Project, Syria, Chicago Bulls, and Michael Jordan coming out onto the field. And Brazil has been the Michael Jordan of international soccer for years. But as of late, Clarence, they have not lived up to their standards. Why are you so high on them this summer?
Well, I think they have something to prove. But without the pressure that they've had always on their shoulders over the last years. So I think that the pragmatic word that we used before, pragmatic, has been always the second skin of Brazil. Attacking and defending. Defend pragmatically, attack pragmatically. One chance, one goal. Anything that comes near to the goal, just wipe it away.
It's a very interesting Morocco team. Not the same from 2.5 years ago. And it's not the same from January. So to see what they can do today, well, that's going to be the interesting thing.
Brazil, attacking and defending. Defend pragmatically, attack pragmatically. One chance, one goal. Anything that comes near to the goal, just wipe it away.
It's a very interesting Morocco team. Not the same from 2.5 years ago, and it's not the same from January. So to see what they can do today, well, that's going to be the interesting thing.
Morocco out to prove that their semifinal run 4 years ago was no fluke. Brazil won it all here in the United States in '94. Can they do it again in 2026? Morocco out to prove that
There's dreaming about it, and then there's living it with Platinum. Get access to the largest global airport lounge network, dining benefits at over 10,000 U.S. Resi restaurants, and exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide that stay with you. There's dreaming long after the and then there's living it with Platinum. There's nothing like Platinum, the largest global airport lounge network. Amex is a proud partner of Olivia Rodrigo at over 10,000
Okay, here's the deal. This game is 3-on-3. Who we play?
And exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide.
Hey! This local crew, they haven't lost since 1996. They beat everyone who showed up. The guys who play in jeans, the always skins. Honestly, respect. The techers, the trash talkers, even the bruisers. This game, anyone, anytime. They're gonna take them down. This doesn't seem real. It's 100% true. Hey! Mostly. They beat everyone who showed up. The guys who play in jeans, the always skins. Honestly, respect.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is presented by Lay's.
The name of the stadium is New York, New Jersey. Rio Rabat. 80,000 fans are packed inside. They're all wearing either yellow or red. It is maybe the most anticipated game of this World Cup group stage. It is Brazil against Morocco. It is a VAR crew that hopes they don't have to be overly decisive in this game today. It is an on-field officiating crew picked very specifically for what could be a very combustible game here today. Let's take a look at the lineups.
And for a very experienced coach in Carlo Ancelotti, this is his first World Cup lineup that he rolls out, very anticipated. Who he was going to go with. One of the question marks was at the fullback position with Wesley going down, and his Roger Ibanez. He gets just his 8th appearance after being called back by Ancelotti after a 2.5-year absence. The center backs speak for themselves. Marquinhos and Gabriel, two players that played against each other in the Champions League final. Guimaraes and Casemiro will have to hold it down in the middle, but that front four is frightening and something that Morocco are going to have to deal with. Bono, very experienced goalkeeper. 4 of these players were starters in 2022. Onahi, the only starting player in this lineup that was born in Morocco, and Nawi is a player that I'm looking for in the middle, coming off a very good season in Roma, 24 years old, ball tempo, but Ashraf Hakimi, that right fullback, he will be up and down that right-hand side. Very fascinated to see the matchup between him and Vinicius Junior.
As some have been at pains to point out, yes, it is a more forgiving group stage in one sense in the new format of this tournament, but the other way to think about it is whoever walks,
he will be up and down that right-hand side. Very fascinated to see the matchup between him and Vinicius Junior.
Playing against one. As some have been at pains to point out, yes, it is a more forgiving. It's absolutely as well the new format of this tournament. But the other way to think about it is 2 teams whose fan bases and local media have expectations of being back in this stadium in 5 weeks for the final of this FIFA World Cup. Playing against one, the headliner from day 3 in North America between Brazil and Morocco is underway. It is Brazil in the famous canary yellow. It is the Atlas Lions of Morocco wearing red. Brazil, the most successful team in the history of the World Cup, which is why we say things like they haven't won it since 2002, or they've only been to the quarterfinal in the last 2 editions. But here's what is true. They're coming in off their worst ever qualifying campaign. Last time they were in this country for Brazil, the most successful team 2 years ago, it was an unremarkable, if not lovely, Copa America. And they have pinned so much hopes on a guy that's not even on the field, their head coach, to help turn things around. On the other side, Morocco, they were the darlings of the last World Cup. First African nation to reach a semifinal. They flew the flag for the Arab world. It's the first Arab World Cup. But it's not been so straightforward. sense. Whether or not they can claim to be champions of Africa is something to be decided in a courtroom in Switzerland in the months ahead. They recently changed their coach. They lost 2 starters to injury just this week, and a huge flag tackle inside of about 60 seconds. And maybe that's the point. Do the players, do the coaches, do the fans, do the media on either side really know what to expect in this game today from their team?
I'm even trying to figure out initially what we're going to see from Carlo Ancelotti's Brazil, because he's shown a bunch of different things in the friendlies that he has coached. As Elinari with a really early nice nutmeg. That's a key player, as I mentioned in the game, looking to get now this right-hand side where they really attack Hakimi from their team.
Achraf Hakimi now. He couldn't get through. Douglas Santos who's able to get it clear.
But the biggest thing I have noticed, at least when Brazil were in possession, is they've got Vini Jr. way out on that left-hand side. They want him really nice nutmeg. That's a key player, as I mentioned in the game, looking to get now 1v1, but also interchangeable with Rafinha. But then it's Paquetá who's coming inside and out. The midfield is going to be key today on who wins this match. And this is a different version, again, of Morocco for a team that, in their run to 2022, was defensive, transition type of team that made life difficult. Now they want to play with the ball. They have players playing top leagues all across the world, and today they want to show that they can hang with Brazil.
Carlo Ancelotti is one of the most successful club managers of his generation. Won the Champions League multiple times at AC Milan and at Real Madrid, and maybe his superpower more than anything else is calming turbulent storms. And you think about Real Madrid as a global brand with a fan base that expects excellence and artistry. Not altogether different from Brazil. That's why they chased him for 3 years before they got him to become head coach. Andre Vanez, one of the players, drafted him because of injury, commits the foul. Here comes a Moroccan set piece.
And set pieces are an area where Morocco looked to get advantages. 5 of their last 10 goals coming off of set piece situations. Good at attacking free kicks. El Khanous just draws that challenge there. Now the first opportunity. I was going to say against the Brazilian end, but I would say it's about an 80-20 split with yellow shirts. Right behind that goal that Morocco attacking right now. Goals coming off of set piece situations.
You can tell the Moroccans are outnumbered if you want. They certainly don't act that way. Bilal El Khanous to take.
I was going to say against the Brazilian end.
It's flicked on by a Brazilian defender. And they're battling the sun. The way the sun is coming over the far side of the field there and is in the eyes of players looking in one direction. That'll be a part of the theme. It's certainly a lot warmer in the sun. It's a warm day in New York that way. Bilal El Khanous to take. It's flicked on by a Brazilian defender. And they're battling the sun. The way the sun is coming over the far side of the field there and is in the eyes of players looking in one direction. That'll be a part of the theme. It's certainly a lot warmer in the sun. It's a warm day in New York that way. Bilal El Khanous to take. It's flicked on by a Brazilian defender. And they're battling the sun. The way the sun is coming over the far side of the field from in the eyes of players looking in one direction. That'll be a part of the theme. It's certainly a lot warmer in the sun. It's a warm day in New York. Back there by Mazraoui on the outside. Referee saw nothing wrong with it. By a Brazilian defender. They're battling the sun. The way the sun is coming over the far side of the field from the eyes of players looking in one direction. That'll be a part of the theme. It's certainly a lot warmer in the sun. It's a warm day in New York. Back there by Mazraoui recovers it. Referee saw nothing wrong with it. Nahi into the middle. Brahim Diaz. Hakimi on the outside. Douglas Santos comes to meet him. It pops away there for Munahi, but Morocco able to keep it.
Good possession early in this game from Morocco, pinning Brazil back a touch. They're really comfortable in possession and will continue to work down that right side with Diaz and now Hakimi again.
Diaz. Hakimi on the outside. Hakimi. Diaz. Santos comes to meet him. Just kind of walking it in. Shot takes the block, cleared away. Samara was there to deal with it out for a throw.
Pinning Brazil back a touch. They're really comfortable.
Mohamed Wabi, who was winning the under-20 FIFA World Cup with Morocco's youth team in the fall, was not expecting to be the coach of this team. But the pressure finally caved in on Walid Regragui, who was the coach of the last World Cup. Samara was there to deal with it out for a throw. As he said, this team needs a new face, a new voice, a new energy. FIFA World Cup. Robbie's had his youth team in the fall, only 3 games before this one to try to figure that out. Great move, Mazraoui on the outside. Into the middle, it comes, first chance of the game, and it was blocked and cleared away. Bruno gave our eyes there. Not his body in front of it. As he said, this team needs a new face, a new voice, a new energy. Diaz double team, loses out. Brazil under some real pressure right now, though, and that's going to be a Morocco throw.
It's El Ainaoui who has that opportunity arriving late at the top of the box. They're really picking on Ibanez down that left-hand side. Good work by El Khanous. Initially cuts the ball back, doesn't catch it cleanly.
Diaz double team, loses out. El Khanous again. On that one clean, but Lucas Paquetá had his body in the way. Can Morocco win the ball back high up the field?
Arriving late at the top of the box. They're really picking on Ibanez down that left-hand side. Good work by El Khanous. Initially cuts the ball back.
Nice ball in. Hakimi, tight angle across the face of goal.
Now when he picks this ball up in a nice spot, gets turned, has a look, there's nobody in the box, no options for him to try to square this one across goal. So then at the last minute decides, I've got to shoot this, trying to aim for that far post. Just pulled it across the goal, but right now some of the movement in the attacking phase causing Brazil defensively a lot of problems. Brazil defending out of a 4-4-2, but trying to leave Rafinha and Thiago a little bit higher up, but it's leaving them a man light once Morocco get deeper into their ends.
Play on for advantage as Paquetá was fouled. It's miscontrolled in the middle, though. Guadi knocks it away.
Defensively, a lot of problems.
Diaz of Real Madrid rolls it forward. Ismail Saibari has it now.
A little bit higher up, but it's leaving them a man light.
Brahim Diaz, one of a number of players that have come into this Morocco team since the last World Cup that their fans have very high hopes for. Miscontrolled in the middle, though. Guadi knocks it away.
Defensively,
a good step on the outside there. Real Madrid rolls it forward. Ismail Saibari has it now. Igor Thiago. Given the starter front in this game, a number of players that have come into this chance in almost 8 minutes. Brazil, that their fans have had to hit Morocco back with some attacking possession. Good step on the outside there. Real Madrid rolls it forward. Ismail Saibari has it now. Igor Thiago. Given the starter front in this game, a number of players with the first chance in almost 8 minutes. Brazil, that their fans have had to hit Morocco back with some attacking possession. Good work by, as you mentioned, the midfield, the importance. The Moroccan midfield collapse there and win the ball away, but they can't keep it. Casemiro into the middle. Rafinha took a block. Falls kindly to Mazraoui. For some attacking possession. Great first touch by El Khanous to get away from Ibanez on the outside. As you mentioned, the midfield, the importance, the Moroccan midfield. Guadi now win the ball away, but cuts it back inside. Had Saibari, rolls it in the middle instead. El Khanous moves it along. Brahim Diaz that pinballs around. Hakimi trying to get there. Big collision with Gabriel, and the whistle goes for a foul and a free kick for Brazil.
Well, it's a strong challenge in the box from Gabriel, but the first strong challenge we've really seen from a Brazilian player. Doing too many what I call flybys, where you're just kind of running at an attacking player, but not getting your feet set, not getting low. And the Moroccan players right now just skipping past Brazilian defenders, running at the back line, opening up the defense, and they look very dangerous every time they come forward, especially down this left-hand side. In fact, both flanks, whether it's Brahim Diaz or El Khanous, he looks really lively in possession and not afraid to run at his defender, Ibanez, and they're creating a lot of opportunities right now. Brazilian defenders running at the back line, opening up the defense, and they look very dangerous every time they come forward, especially down this left-hand side. In fact, both flanks, whether it's Brahim Diaz or El Khanous, he looks really lively in possession and not afraid to run at his defender, Ibanez, and they're creating a lot of opportunities right now. Brazilian defenders running at the back.
Lucas Paquetá couldn't control that clearly. El Khanous now quickly in transition into the middle. 4 Brazilian shirts able to close down on Nahi there, and then a foul committed.
A little bit of a careless turnover. Marquinhos plays it to Paquetá, takes it flat. Doesn't have his body position right now. There's only one way he can go, which is back towards his defender. So if you don't bounce it back, he takes a heavy touch. You see his pocket get picked. El Khanous once again then finds Unahi, who's trying to dance. No foul there. but that's just been the last part missing so far in the early stages of this game, where Morocco have looked good in setting traps, winning the ball back, playing effectively with the ball in possession, just missing that final touch. Good start for the Moroccans, and forcing another turnover.
Saibari was running furthest forward. He'll get it now. Saibari able to turn. Quick shot was blocked.
So far in the early stages of this game, where Morocco have looked good in setting traps, winning the ball back, playing effectively with the ball in possession, just missing that final touch.
You can tell the confidence that Morocco bring into this game and into this tournament. It's been a remarkable few years. They've, again, won the Under-20 World Cup. They've won competitions in Africa for domestic-based players. You can tell they're frustrating the Brazilians. They're frustrating the Brazilian fans and into this tournament. It's been a remarkable few years. They've, again, won the Under-20 World Cup. They've won competitions in Africa for domestic-based players. Saibari making the run. He's knocked down off the back there of Marquinhos. Kind of hacked to the clearance, does just enough, and Brazil get a free kick.
But there's a lot of finger pointing going around right now on the Brazilian side defensively. Even Paquetá, when he was played around a couple of times there with the pass, he's turned around, pointing, hey, who's supporting me, who's covering, who's
making the run.
I'm surprised that you've got Carlo Ancelotti now coming up off his bench, and he's giving his motion to his team. Hey, come on, let's get going, and we'll see how long he maybe goes before making any little tweaks to his system. And he's certainly not a coach that's going to panic, but he won't like what he's seen from the early stages of this game right now.
They've dealt with some absences lately. They're starting right back. Wesley was lost to an injury a week ago in their last warm-up game in Cleveland. Eder Militao, who was the starter right back in the last World Cup, he was already out hurt. A couple attacking players as well. So much focus on Neymar, who, as you saw, on the squad, but out for this game with an injury. Some absences lately. They're starting right back. Wesley was lost to an injury a week ago in their last warm-up game in Cleveland. And yet Morocco in the same boat. Only 4 of these players were starters in the last World Cup. The center backs are brand new. They had to scratch 2 players from on the roster for injuries on Wednesday night. Kanu's pressure. Paquetá gets it away. Rafinha.